Is that 3 videos in a month? What's this channel masquerading as a channel with a good upload schedule, and what did they do with Candy Eevee? I know the expectations were low, but what can I say? I've turned a new leaf. Oh wait, this is a Pokemon channel, I forgot I can only make Pokemon jokes. I've turned a new leafy on. Laugh at me. Sword and Shield has been a weird experience for me. I never made a video documenting my thoughts on the entire game, not because I didn't have any, but because 2020 has been real rough, okay? Part 1 of the DLC, Isle of Armor, came out back in April, but with my intricate schedule, I didn't play it. I waited until Crown Tundra came out so I could just play them together. I'd seen the first trailer, but I hadn't really been keeping up to date past that, so I essentially went into the game blind. This is the first time that Pokemon have released DLC, and while I really could go on for a whole video talking about the ins and outs of it, TLDR, I think it's a good thing all in all. It's basically a third version for half the price tag, and you don't have to replay through what would largely be the same game again if they had released it as a third version. Then again, I don't know how much I can speak on this because I got it for free because I'm special. So before I talk about the DLC, I'm gonna talk about the wild area. It'll make sense, or maybe it won't. I was never really huge on the wild area. It's this big, empty space smack bang in the middle of Galar with not a lot to do. The areas didn't feel defined or even congruent at all. I constantly felt lost, not helped by the constant weather changes. The weather can change in every section every day, which makes them harder to remember for my small brain. It's a bit disorienting when I'm in a blizzard one moment and boom, sandstorm next. It doesn't help me remember each area as its own experience as much as the wild area itself is just one gargantuan blurred space of confusion. So when I heard that the DLC was essentially gonna be Wild Areas 2 and 3, I wasn't exactly jazzed. In a sense, I've always liked Pokemon's linearity, and if a bigger open-world Pokemon experience meant a larger-scale wild area, I didn't want it. But setting foot on the Isle of Armor for the first time was pretty great. It still has the same controls as the wild area, but it's not quite as vast, there's still a degree of linearity to it. In working around a common theme, the areas are far more distinct and memorable, but they also feed into each other more naturally. You know how I said I kind of had a blind experience with this game? Here's how blind. When Clara, one of the new rivals, design was first revealed, people went nuts over her ribbon. It looks like a Dustox, whoa, cool. Galarian Dustox, maybe? I hadn't been paying a lot of attention to the leaks, but I did see one briefly while scrolling on Twitter one day. It said something to the effect of, Galarian Dustox has been leaked, whoa. I thought, oh cool, makes sense, and just scrolled and forgot about it. I was so out of the loop that when I first battled Clara, I was like, I wonder if she has a Galarian Dustox, that'd be neat. I was confused when she didn't have one. I looked it up. Not only does she not have one, but it doesn't even exist. I feel lied to. Those colours are so pretty, it would have looked so good. That teaches me to take a break. Isle of Armor's story is pretty short and sweet, but I liked it. I spent far more time just exploring every nook and cranny of the island though, finding every stray Diglett hair there was to be found. At the end of the Isle of Armor, you have to go up one of the towers with Kubfu to evolve it. Except you have to raise him to level 70 first. I couldn't be bothered, so I took my new friend and yeeted off to Crown Tundra. Isle of Armor was really nice, but right away I could tell Crown Tundra was gonna be different. There's a whole story to get through, but this took a back seat for me at first. I was enamored by the whole area. The Crown Tundra is just gorgeous. I don't remember the last time I had this much fun just exploring in a Pokemon game. I lost track of time just trying to take in everything there was to see. I was going up the hill with the Frosmoth and I genuinely started tearing up because it was so pretty. You might laugh, but I get money for making these videos, so who really wins? You also have to collect footprints so you can encounter the Musketeer Trio, there's the Reggie Temples to find, and all the areas are just laid out far better. It was just a joy to explore. The concept of an open world Pokemon game always felt very daunting to me, but if it's anything like Crown Tundra, I'd be pretty thrilled. I want to talk about Peony. I love this man. He's my hype man. He's always there for me. He has a daughter named Pioneer. It is criminal she did not get more screen time. And he's just such a good father. A supportive father. I think he was worth every penny.
You keep telling yourself that. Take that rubbish off the wall!
You remember that Pikachu wedding thing that, we were talking about the other day?
What?
The Pikachu wedding. It's like, if I had one, would you come?
What, to a Pikachu wedding?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I'm joking, Dad. I love you very much. I don't want to spoil people too much in the story, but needless to say, Calyrex is my friend, and I like him very much. If you play the game yourself, you will understand my sentiment. I have many ponders on the new Pokemon. New Reggies are neat. Don't be shy, Game Freak. You can make one for each type. You got it. The Galarian birds are pretty cool. I don't really get the concept because I thought legendary Pokemon were supposed to be a one-of-a-kind sort of deal, but honestly, I stopped trying to make Pokemon make sense a long time ago, so I'll just take my cool new birds and go. If there's anything I was disappointed by, it was the lack of town areas. Isle of Armor has a dojo community and Crown Tundra has Freezington, but that's it. It's not enough. This is my country, I need more. I know it doesn't really fit in with the rest of Crown Tundra, but it's based on Scotland, so imagine if they'd had a city based on Edinburgh with the cobbles and the snow, and they could have made Edinburgh Castle a ghost-type location, and it just hurts to think about, okay? Please hire me, Game Freak, I have so many ideas. One of the biggest pulls of the Crown Tundra is Dynamax Adventures. Battle 3 Dynamax Pokemon in a row with a legendary at the end. Everything has a 1 in 300, or 1 in 100 if you have the shiny charm, chance to be shiny. Between the two games you can get basically every non-mythical legendary, which is pretty rad. It's just every legendary Pokemon in some random cave in Scotland. Do you see what I mean when I said I stopped trying to make sense of Pokemon a long time ago? And also, it's multiplayer! I think it's great. But if you'd asked me a few years ago, I would have said it was stupid and it was devaluing shinies because only shinies caught at odds of 1 out of 8,192 are even real. It disgusts me. But now it's just like, shiny Necrozma, sparkle, sparkle. Sitting down with my friends, and before anyone smart decides to go down in the comments like, oh, Lucy has friends. You ain't slick, just try it. Sitting down with my friends and doing a bunch of raids was honestly the first time I've had that connective experience in a main series Pokemon game, which I think is what they've been pushing for since, you know, the beginning. I've never massively been into the competitive scene, so who knew that all along, all it took was to appeal to the filthy shiny hunter still lurking within me. But yeah, those were my ponders. What are yours? This was the most requested video after version differences, so I hope you like it. If you've made it this far into the video, thank you. But what I want you to do is I want you to leave a really random out of context comment about Snom and just leave it there to confuse everyone. Right, gotta love you and leave you. Bye.